What are we going to start with? Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome to an incredible day. Welcome to a fun, fantastic community show. This is what it is, a show of community, a show of smoky tokies together, a little smoke sesh. This is Highly Motivated. Welcome to our Sunday smoke sesh. Tonight, the topics we will be talking about, they're deep, they're powerful, they are the beginning of what manifestation should be for the entire year. What do I mean? So tomorrow, like today, now tomorrow. Tomorrow is 11/11, November 11th. What does that mean? What does 11/11 mean? 11/11. So we're going to jump into it. And as far as manifestations go, as far as, creating energy and quantum magnificence for the entire year, tomorrow is so significant because it's a gateway. It's a portal into different realities, different dimensions. I know that's deep. I know that's serious. But we're going to talk about it a little bit. We'll talk about what's happening tomorrow. Great energy, great new beginnings for the soul, for the individual, especially if your sign, if you feel like lately, last couple of days, maybe the last week, your mind has been all over the place. Your emotions have been all over the place. Well, there's a reason behind that. There's an alignment going on right now. There are powerful energies, cosmic powerful energies that we are dealing with. And we're dealing with tomorrow coming at us, 11/11, a powerful, a cosmic day, a gateway, a portal. There's a lot going on. Also tonight, we'll talk a little bit about Baba Vanga, the Balkan, Eastern European soothsayer that saw into the future and predicted so many things that are coming to us this year. So 2025 coming at us very quickly, and there's a lot of predictions, a lot of things that are already lined up for us. So we'll see if any of that's an actual possibility. I mean, I love a good conspiracy theory. And in all conspiracy, there's a little bit of truth. So we're going to dig through all those things. We're going to talk about 11/11. We'll talk about Baba Vanga. We're also going to talk about this beautiful Hisnuchi I'm about to light, this doink. So it's a 1 grammer, 1 gram and a half-ish, maybe a 1 gram, 1 gram doink. And then I rolled 2. I rolled 1 from the Ideal. It's Goldflower Cannabis. And this is Love and Stoke, number 2. Love and Stoke. It's a hybrid leaning indica. I know, normally I don't do indicas, but tonight, it's been a rough week. I figured Sunday, the end and beginning of a week, before we enter into day of serious manifestation tomorrow, and day of soul searching and energy balancing, because tomorrow I'm going to be walking around barefoot all day. I'm going to be centering myself with the earth. I'm going to be reconnecting. I'm going to get up very early with the sunrise, and I'm going to be observant of the sunrise and the sunset. I'm very excited about tomorrow, only because nothing's going to happen. When I say that for tomorrow, even though it's a big day of manifestation, I'm not expecting anything to happen. I'm not expecting it to be an overly good or an overly bad day. It's just the day that your energies are at the strongest, that your, I guess, powers of creation and manifestation and believing what you need or want, but there are no needs and wants. So with needs and wants out of the picture, it's belief. And it's the day your belief is the strongest. It's the day your belief is so strong that it sets your quantum energy for the entire year. That's tomorrow. See why I'm so excited? My voice is a little rough. I was talking to a lot of people today. I was in Bradenton, Florida, at the Goldflower Cannabis retail location in Bradenton. They had a Sunday's market. So they had a Sunday marketplace. They had a glass blower. They had some incredible glass pieces. And money wanted to leave my pocket but then money reminded me that I don't have any, so I can't buy anything. But the glass pieces that these guys had at the Sundays market today in Bradenton at the Goldflower Cannabis location, which they're going to be doing this every other Sunday. So twice a month, they're going to have a really cool cannabis, non-cannabis craft market right there in the parking lot. And that's where I was today. I was doing a little pop-up cannabis education. I was hanging out with the cannabis crew of Goldflower, really great people, very educated, very excited to talk to the customers. And then I was talking to all the vendors. So that's what I did today. Sunday, I was in Bradenton. It's far. It's like 3 hours, 3.5-ish hours from where I am right now. That's where I was. So both ways, that's 7 hours of driving, but it was worth it because the people out there were so excited. They had some great deals. I think I told you about it Friday. It was 7 1-gram pre-rolls, hand roll pre-rolls, 7 1-gram, you choose. So mix and match, $40. That was a great deal. That was like the deal of the day. And especially if you could get 7 of the 1-gram blueberries, delicious. But I couldn't get it. I went today with the intention of getting 7 1-gram blueberries. I didn't want to mix and match. I just wanted 7 1-grammers of the blueberry. It's my favorite. It's purple Thai and Afghani. What a beautiful, beautiful mix. So I went up to the counter and I was so ready. I'm like, I want my 7 1-grams blueberry. Let's do it. Yes. And they pulled up my rec. Oh, Oren, I'm sorry. You can't get any flour today. I can't. I can't get any flour today. What is going on? So here in Florida, we're medical. We didn't go recreational. We're still medical. So under the medical guidelines, they have a rolling rec, when you're allowed to actually, because I think like 5 or 6 ounces available, but I can't use them because I can only purchase within a similar fashion as to how I purchased 36 rolling days ago. It's really quite confusing. So before we get into any more confusion, I've already been talking for 7 minutes. Let me sparky the Love and Stoke. This is Love and Stoke, Goldflower Cannabis. These were the BZ Smalls. But hey, let me show you this. The Smalls. The Smalls were some pretty big buds. And look at this. They come in a nice little tray. Oh God, that is so much super stink. And this is what I've got left bud-wise. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous, just gorgeous bud. Oh, I dropped it. All right, here we go. Let me get that up close and personal again. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it smells super delicious. Now remember, I like to eat raw cannabis. So today I was talking about that with a few of the patients that had come to the dispensary. And they're like, well, what do you mean you eat raw cannabis? I go, well, I learned this I was reading a book about Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee never smoked a joint. Never smoked a joint. But he would eat raw cannabis. Like he'd chew it up in his mouth. He'd emaciate it, like turn it into absolute juice. And then he'd swallow. What this would do would start to heal his stomach from the lesions and the problems and acid reflux and all these things he was dealing with. The cannabis would coat his stomach and start to heal where he had issues. So that's incredible. Also, by eating raw cannabis, you get THCA and CBDA. THCA and CBDA in their acidic form, magnesium, manganese, omega-3s, omega-6, all of this from eating raw cannabis. And usually I like to eat a little bit to taste it, because if you can't eat your weed, you shouldn't be smoking it. And that's the absolute truth. This is Love and Stoke. Let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it's got. So it's a hybrid leaning indica, or a hybrid leaning hybrid, because it wasn't listed as an indica. It was listed as a hybrid on its own. But the way it smells, a little bit citrusy, so it might lean. We'll see. We're going to see when we smoke it where it's going to lean. So it's Love and Stoke number 2. It's 25.25% THC. That's not bad. That's decent. So 25% THC and 2.4 on the terpene profile. That's not bad. Look, anything over 1.3 terpene is great. And in the last couple of years, where I've seen craft cannabis being done, like Goldflower, they're organic, they're hand trimmed, they're living soil. That's the standard. That's the standard all cannabis companies should be doing. So, because of the living soil, because of the organics, they're getting terpenes over 2%. So, this right here, Love and Stoke, a hybrid, 25% and 2.4 on the terps. Delicious. And if you're in Florida and you're a medical patient, I recommend you go check out Goldflower. They'll spoil you. They'll spoil you so much. It might be difficult to smoke other people. Okay. 10 minutes in, I still haven't lit this up. Let me light it up. Let me get a little relaxation going here with you guys. And then I'm going to open up this great Jones soda. Oh, this is delicious. Real sugar. I told you I'm taking a whole new kick into health. We're going to be looking at our labels. We're going to be looking at what we're eating. We're going to be looking at what we're drinking. Why? Because we don't want any dyes. We don't want any additives. We don't want all these chemicals that have been banned in Europe, over 1,000 chemicals. There's a reason. And because of that, I don't want to consume it. And I don't want to let my children consume it anymore. Now that I'm trying to be more observant, that was so smooth. Just lit this up and I rolled it with a French white. So I didn't use my raw papers, but instead I used a nice French white. Not really looking for a lot of flavor in the paper. Already that's exhibiting a lovely aroma. From First Flavors, I smell it more than I taste it. I say that, and I just got the taste. Almost like a mandarin. Wait. A piney mandarin. It's like hiding in the background. A little spicy. A hair of spice. A little pine. Very small amounts in the background there. Just kicking in to say hello. And like a mandarin orange. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Anyways, cheers to everybody. This smoke is for everyone. And hey, welcome to the show. How are you? We have Natanas. Natanas, it is a pleasure to have you here on the show. Thank you for joining us. So again, welcome to Highly Motivated. This show really is all about you. This show, let me see, we also got H2. I can't read shit. H2P, Newsiak. I like it. I like the way it sounds. Newsiak. We got H2P Newsiak. Yo, man, what is up? I think that's the greatest thing about this show. This show is just a smoke session. No expectations. You know, we have topics occasionally, but I might forget what the hell I'm talking about. And that's okay. Sorry, not sorry. Not sorry that I forget shit. That's weed. Actually, it's not. So I was reading an article today that was very misleading. And in this article, the scientist or the doctor, neuroscientist was talking about brain aging. And he was talking about how cannabis ages the brain. But that's total bullshit. Because when you're smoking THCVs and CBGA, you are enhancing the brain with that neuroplasticity. You are creating an ability for your brain to be able, instead of aging, I think you're I wouldn't say aging would be the word. I would say fine tuning. Let me see. Hey, what's up? Mlotek 44. How you doing? Welcome to the show. And I've got Kot Nervar Nien. I'm not going to even try reading the whole thing, but it says, what kind of marijuana do I recommend for a beginner? So anytime you're a beginner, I suggest starting slow. I suggest starting small amounts. With cannabis, you can work things up. So instead of starting high up and then expecting to go lower, you can't. It's best to start small and gradually find your regiment, find your role. So as a beginner, the greatest thing to do is to make tea. use cannabis and make tea. Take the raw bud, take the flower here. Do I have any here? Yeah. You'll take the bud, take the flower, and you're going to break up enough, like this much right here. You could break up this amount right here. It's so delicious. Wait, did I ash? I did ash. Okay. Break up this amount with a loose leaf tea blend, some fresh ginger, some local honey, but break up this amount and you want to put your kettle on. As soon as your kettle screams, take it off and let it sit there for like maybe 3 minutes. This way the temperature is dropping below 250 degrees. If the temperature is dropping below 250 degrees, now you want to pour your tea. Cannabis starts to change. It starts to decarboxylate and go from CBGA, the precursor, the mother of all cannabinoids. It changes at about 250 degrees and starts turning into THC, CBD, CBCs, CBN much later down the line. But that being said, if you do it at such a low temperature, raw cannabis, a loose leaf tea blend, some fresh ginger, and put it in one of those little balls and steep it. And you want to steep this for like 6 minutes or until cool enough to start drinking. Leave the thing in there, keep steeping it, start drinking it. Delicious. It may not be overly delicious, so add honey. For a beginner, that becomes a body high, not a head high. That becomes a feeling where the body is already feeling better and lighter. So your body starts getting assimilated to it. Your body starts getting used to it. Don't just jump right in. Now, as a beginner, it's always nice to smoke a joint with friends. I think this, our community show, as a beginner, if you have a joint, smoke a little bit. This way you can always put it down. And the interesting thing about a joint is that you're burning it at heats where it's burning off all the beneficial cannabinoids. So you're not going to get overly high. You're just going to get a light buzz. I do recommend if you're smoking a joint, try to keep the flame low. See how I'm keeping mine kind of low, and you have a nice resin roll preparing itself around the joint. That's showing the freshness. That right there is showing me that's some fresh weed. And that resin's building up. It is lovely. This is Love and Stoke, #2, here in Florida, medical marijuana program, Gold Flower Cannabis. Just letting you know, that's some good shit right there. But thank you everybody for joining me on the Highly Motivated Show. My voice is like, I was in Bradenton doing a pop-up educational class, talking to patients. I was just out there hanging out with the Sundays market in Bradenton. Then I had to race back for the show. But let me see what we got going on over here. Oh, you can listen all day. Thank you very much, Natanas. I'm going to go with that. Let me see. I see Molotek 44, Nirvana. Let me see. Death Haze. A Death Haze is not the strain you want to start with as a beginning smoker. Actually, today we were talking about it. Listen, there are strains that I've been looking for forever. There's one called Swazi Safari. There's another one called Tusk. Woo-hoo. What happened, the customer, one of the patients was asking me, how do they come up with the names? And a lot of times we name cannabis depending on the region and the region and the area in which that thing is grown. So I see you're from Poland and it's tough there. Actually, I have my family originates from Poland. So before my family escaped Poland, I think during the Nazi regime, my family escaped into Israel. And so that was the early originations of my family as we started in Poland, some in Russia. Actually, my grandfather in Russia, my grandmother in Poland. What an interesting union of people. And so it's very interesting how we're all connected and not connected. We're connected. I think cannabis connects us all in interesting ways. I leave follow, bro. Well, thank you for coming. Is that first strain stream? Maybe it's the first stream. I don't know. We've been coming here on. I think you might be seeing me. I'm reading comments. By the way, it's not fair. Let me do this. Here we go. Okay. So now you can see the comments that I see as well. By the way, if you are commenting on Facebook, I don't see it. It's not here on my restream. So I'm learning how to get into my Facebook or learning how to be able to see what's on the Facebook. But I will definitely respond to all your comments later. Thank you very much for everybody watching me from wherever you're watching me. It's so bright in here. Wait. Plus, I feel cooler with the sunglasses. I think that's what it is. Let me, I don't want to put this down. It's so good. So, a good cured cannabis, you can smoke it most of the way down, and you really shouldn't cough too much if it's cured right and if it's dried right. So, tell me, you're in Poland. What is cannabis like in Poland? I mean, I imagine it's illegal, but I did hear there is a medical program in Poland for medical cannabis, which I think is something that's incredibly, incredibly exciting. It's illegal, and that is sad. That's incredibly sad. I know Australia recently adopted a very interesting medical cannabis program. Same with the UK. The UK has definitely jumped in. Any place where there's a medical cannabis program, the biggest deal is that we need education. We need understanding. We don't need to just jump into a medical program, give it to the government, and say, okay, figure it out, because they're not going to figure it out, especially Poland's government. They've got so much on their back right now. Cannabis is probably the last thing they're thinking, but it's the first thing they need. And see, I like what he just said. It's not hard to get a medical card if you need it. And that is, to me, the number one thing. It's not about a recreational use. If you need cannabis, then you just need money. Well, that's the hard part. Money is something even I don't have. Unfortunately, I spend a lot of my paycheck testing and trying different strains, trying different things, going to events. I work for myself. I work as an independent, and I'm an independent marketer. But in my independent marketing, I work in contract for cannabis companies here in the United States, and I work in Florida, here in the United States, as a cannabis educator. I visit doctors and patients, and I talk to them about the CB1 and the CB2 receptors and how they work in combination with the body, how they work with other medications, how cannabis is not necessarily sativa and indica. Sativa is a tall, skinny plant. Indica is a short, fat plant. There you go. That is what depicts the two plants. What really makes the biggest difference is your taste, your flavor, your smell. So that's going to be the aroma and the terpenes. There's a fly in here. All right, so the studio, I share this studio with storage boxes. I just covered up the boxes, but you can't see them. Oh, good. Okay, there you go. Oh, no, don't fall. No, it's falling. Okay, whatever. So I covered up some boxes over there. This is a storage room. This is a greenhouse. I've got peppers growing, tomatoes growing. I've got figs happening. I had some sparkleberry over here. I don't know what sparkleberry is, but it's a tree, and I'm excited to find out more about it. But we got the seeds growing. So there's a lot happening over here. So I see I'm employed and I'm poor. That is hard. Being unemployed, I feel for you. I really do. And my heart goes out to you. Kot Nuvar. My heart goes out to you. It does. Being unemployed is hard, but it's also mindset. I know that's hard to hear when you're unemployed. When I wasn't working because I didn't allow myself to work. I wasn't working because mentally I was telling myself not to. Mentally, I was holding myself back. If I really wanted to fucking work, you know what I did? I went out and got a job. I went out and wrote a contract. I went out and met with some clients and I sold my ability if I really wanted to work. So I'm just saying it's hard. But now, if jobs are not available or if you don't want to work certain jobs, I'm happy mopping a floor. I'm happy picking up garbage. I'm happy singing with every or any job I do because it's mindset. It's where you put your head. I mean, I know a lot of people, they hold themselves in a certain frame and they have to build their life or a ladder and become the CEO or become the owner or become a shareholder or become rich and famous. I don't give a shit. I don't care for anything. I don't want anything and I don't need anything. I believe in everything I have and don't have yet. So even if I don't have it, I already believe in it. That's the trick. We're going to talk about that. Remember, tomorrow is 11/11. Now, if it's already tomorrow for you, then you better start fucking manifesting. This is a powerful day. Don't waste it. Don't waste tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday, November 11th. Whether you believe in this or not, whether you believe in the power of manifestation, in the power of motivation, in the power of enthusiasm, believe in tomorrow. Tomorrow is fire. Woo! Can't believe it. I already feel it now. I feel the energy of tomorrow as we speak right now. Wow. Wow. I always tell you, you can't manifest during the day. Daytime manifestation is ridiculous. It's already 11th for you, is it? Well, then you have no time to waste. That means everything I'm telling you now, do it. I'm serious. Even though I'm silly in my ways, I'm serious in my approach. I know I let it go out. It went out. It just went out. I'm ridiculous. I need to relight this. Okay. It's Independence Day in Poland. You see, it's a powerful day regardless. So today is Independence Day in Poland. Congratulations to your country, to you, to your future. Absolutely. Before I relight it, I'm opening this. This is a Jones soda, cream soda, clear, no dyes, no additives. Well, actually, I think there are additives. Hold on, let me read the label with you here. Oh my God, that is some small writing. What? That you're old when you just can't see shit? Like everything blurs together? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I'm not going to even. I can't. I can't. There are no dyes. There are no additives. It is cane sugar. And I'm really excited about this. I've been waiting. I've been looking for Jones Soda everywhere. All right. Here we go. Cheers, L'chaim. And in Poland, congratulations, Poland, on your Independence Day. I do hope your cannabis becomes easier to get a hold of and more affordable. Ah. Ooh. Wow, it's like cotton candy. Oh, excuse me. Wow. That's really good. I mean, it's good and super sweet, but I couldn't see myself drinking it all the time because of how sweet it is. But I say that, and I have a Dr. Pepper cream soda waiting. So, but it was sweet. It's sweet like a cream soda and a cotton candy, so it's pretty delicious. Over here, would I like to listen to a Polish song about marijuana? Yes, I would. After the podcast, I'm gonna go listen. Or wait, I might be able to do it through the phone. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna try to do it in a second, and we'll play it from my phone while we're on the show. Cheers. In Florida, let me see where do I live? I live in Florida. I live in Central Florida. Central meaning it's humid. The mosquitoes are like the size of my fist. It's ridiculous. Where I live on like seven acres. And we have, what animals do we have running around out here? We have black pumas, big, gigantic, no kidding. We have bears, flipping black bears, just ridiculous. I swear to God, I think we have a flipping chupacabra. No. No, we might have we have alligators. We have one alligator for sure. But he's only got one eye. So it's an alligator with one eye. but he's like 7 foot. I know he has one eye because I shot that eye out. He was getting, all right, so, okay. Long story short, I was walking the Chihuahua, Chichi Rodriguez, but I was walking the Chihuahua and I'm standing there and I'm smoking a joint and I'm looking at the sun and the sun is beautiful. The day is gorgeous and I'm holding Chichi on a leash and I look over and you know, I'm going to talk more about the soda. I will, but wait. And this beautiful pre-roll, I've got it. I've got another one, which is a combination that we're going to light in just a second. And then we've got this beautiful rosin. This is like a sugar. This is like a sugar crumble or like a sugar crumble batter. We'll talk about it. I've got too much shit to smoke right now. Just way too much. Okay. So Chi-Chi is over there taking a pee on the grass. And I'm smoking a joint. And I look over and I look over and it's a fucking little alligator. Not little. It was like it. I saw like a good 5.5 feet of it, but his mouth was open, like just sitting there open. And the dog is like twiddling, taking a shit right next to the freaking alligator's mouth open. So I look over and I just froze. Oh, Chi-Chi, come here, Chi-Chi. Come here, Chi-Chi. Come here, get over here, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi comes over, pick up the dog, get him inside. And then this alligator closes its mouth and wiggles a little bit towards me. I'm like, oh, fuck this. Ridiculous. I ran into the house. And the only gun I can find at the time was a stupid BB gun. It was a good BB gun, though. It was like high powered. It doesn't matter. So here I come out like flipping Crocodile Dundee with my BB gun. And it was a lucky shot. I cannot aim worth a shit. And I turn around, I popped, and then I saw it flinch. I'm like, and then it scurried off back into in front of me, the area, the area in front of me, which is a big pond. Well, you have two ponds. I have a smaller pond on my part of the property, and then a bigger pond I'm connected to is part of my property. So let me light this back up really quickly because let's talk about the things at hand. Let me see. Almost like Australia, everything trying to kill us. No shit. Look, we've got gigantic spiders out here with things. They write messages in their webs just to let you know that they're badass. And plus, on my land here in this part of Florida, we do have a lot of large animals. We have coyotes, we have wolves, not wolves, foxes. And they're cute, but don't you go near them. And I've got some big deer out here. I mean, when I say some big deer, now I don't hunt. Why? Because I can't kill Bambi and I can't shoot it shit other than to protect the family or the alligator, which I feel like I'm going to deal with him again one day. Let me see. I got Mike over. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Welcome to the show. I got to do more soda reviews after a fat gold flower pre-roll. You're absolutely right. I was going to get some gold flower pre-rolls today. I was going to get some blueberry. The reason I keep talking about this blueberry, it's Afghani and purple Thai. That is the cross. And then it's pheno hunted with something else that touches on the blueberry side because it's a sativa that comes from two indicas. So that's what I said earlier. You can't look at the plants to decipher what the entourage effect of that is going to be. Just because it's a sativa doesn't necessarily mean that it creates at the end product a sativa. Sometimes it might end up leaning a little more towards the indica. So we'll get into those things. Hey, welcome to the show. So wait. Now, wait, this is huge. We're going to talk about in just a, I'm going to put it right here up on the board so I don't forget about it, because that's huge. And that's something I was talking about where gold flower will spoil you. And you can't make tea with everybody's flower. Earlier in one of the questions, somebody asked me, they're like, what do you recommend for a beginner? And I recommend tea. I know it's a silly thing. And when you first get your medical card here in Florida, a lot of the, hit my own glove. I'll take it off for a sec. A lot of the doctors that you'll talk to that I've spoken to, they recommend that their patients try tea. But usually they don't know how to make it. And it's so super simple. Look, you're going to break up raw cannabis and mix it with a loose leaf tea blend. But right over here. So I tried non-gold flower flour for my tea. It wasn't the same. Even touching, it was different. See? Now, I'm not going to ask who it was. Well, you could tell us. But in that, that's what I'm talking about. You smoke non-gold flower and it's not the same. You get spoiled. You look for that organic. You look for the hand trim. And when I say hand trim, when they run it through a roller, they're knocking off all the beautiful things that the flower has. When you hand trim it, you are keeping the trichomes, the crystals, just the gorgeousness of the cannabis plant intact with the organics. Okay, now let me see what I miss. What do I smoke? Oh wow, I smoke. I like sativas. Um, I'm a big for now nothing, but after this streams, I may reconsider it. So there's a lot, and I don't look. Cannabis is up to the individual, and it's not for everybody. And this show is for everybody, though. It's for everyone, whether you smoke, whether you don't, whether you eat it, whether you don't. I like if you're going to eat it, we make a butter. And we'll learn how to make butter, and I'll teach you how to make butter. That's the most interesting part. It's incorporating it into your life differently. We have to unlearn it and relearn it. I love to eat it raw. I love to make a tea. I love to make a butter that I can add in small amounts. We're talking about microdosing. I don't feel high, but I'm gradually building myself up so where my attitude is aces. My pain is gone. I feel good. I feel mobile, but I'm also using cannabis. Now, I don't want to get too deep. I don't want to get too educational, but it stimulates my memory. Stimulates. It helps me not eat too much. It regulates my blood sugar. These are direct things that it's doing. It's rewiring my nervous system. I have neuropathy and fibromyalgia, or a version thereof, which is very confusing to my body. But it is so much better now that I smoke sativas. So sativas are going to be terpenes that are limonene and citroen and myrcene and oh, mm, mm. Sorry, let me catch up on the comments. I'm so sorry. And anytime, let me see. Yeah, the tea is great. It has helped me with a lot of indigestion. Ah, see, love that. I was taking so much for heartburn, etc., and that's gone now. Look at this. Yeah, wow. Look, this is where I get excited. Oh, I'm almost jumping out of my skin right now. That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about right there. I had acid reflux so bad, I couldn't eat. I couldn't even drink. I would drink, it would make it worse. I'd be like, really? Really? I would smell food and I'd start getting, I'm like, oh, come on. That's ridiculous. I was just smelling it. I was living vicariously. It would still bother the hell out of me. So that being said, I don't know. I that right there, that's so exciting. Your acid reflux is gone. You know, your indigestion is being worked on. We are talking about working at things at the root level. It's not just about getting high, but when you get high, it's maybe because you're pain free and now you're happier. When you're getting high and you're feeling kind of goofy, you feel that way. When the blood is flowing through the body, you feel that way when the pain is reduced in the body. I am talking a lot. I don't think this is an indica at all. This is love and stoke. Mike, love and stoke right here. It's got me talking like a sativa. Let me see. Wait. Let me catch up over here. Let me see. For now, nothing. But after the streams, it may consider. Let me see. Gladgers. Yeah, not naming the company, but the ooey gooey wasn't there like Goldflower. It's the truth. Any company that's going to do organic, hand trimmed with living soil cannabis, you're going to get something that is sticky. It's gooey. It's delicious. You know, it has so much more to it because it's not just commercially grown or mass grown for the masses. It's grown with love and care. That's part of the magic and the healing. You can smoke it to get high, and that's perfectly fine. You're still stabilizing your mind and stabilizing your body without realizing it. The only reason my throat is harsh today is because I was doing an event earlier. I was in Bradenton, Florida, which is like 3 hours away. And so I drove there early morning and I just drove back to do the show. So cheers, everybody. Let me just drink a little more of this lovely Jones. Jones, that's some tasty shit. They make a lot of soda. They make a Thanksgiving soda. Like there's a whole bunch of different sodas for Thanksgiving dinner. It's weird. I want to try it, but still weird. Mm. I just want to let everybody know you can catch the show Friday night at 8 o'clock live, same place. Sunday night, that's tonight. Sunday night right now, 8 o'clock live. And you can also catch us Wednesday, always a smoke sesh, always no expectations, and just friends coming together. All of us. We're all friends. We're all the same. And having a little smoke or just a little chit chat together. Maybe for a couple of minutes if you can join us, or if you can join us for the whole show. That to me is the joy of this. That to me is the point of this. That to me is everything I ever wanted this to be. It already is. And to be motivated as a group, to be enthusiastic for life as a group, that is pretty awesome. Like I keep letting this go out, but also that lets me know how fresh that really is, or how much I talk. One and the same. The only time I'm silent is like when I'm lighting it. It's the awe of the moment before that hit. You're like, ooh, but it's getting hard to smoke, so I may have to, you know. That is good right down to the last. And we have another one, the Sparky Sparky, in just a second. This one's more of a doink. So a doink is a 1 grammer, a doink is a 2 grammer, and a doink is a 3 grammer. And we smoked that 3 grammer at Mount Dora. Wow. Wow. I'm still reeling from that. That was like an enormous doink. Super Hisnucci. Oh, I see down here. Let me see. I didn't even read the comment. I apologize. The blueberry is absolutely phenomenal. If you like that, OG blueberry yum yum. Oh, some blueberry yum yum. Whoa, that's where we get serious, yo. Now I start to dance. Now I'm going to start to sing a little blueberry yum yum. Let me see. Like the 2004 Ludacris song, Get Goldflower Blueberry. Yo, that really. So wait, you're telling me that the blueberry yum yum in the Ludacris song is the blueberry that I've been raving about in those pre-rolls? And if it is, then look, my rec comes back a little bit tomorrow, and I know I'm picking up some pre-rolls. That is some serious talk we're going through here. If that's the case, I'm gonna have to go get those. So again, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Let's jump into the topic. Let me jump into the topic. Wait, let me Let me see. We've got the amount of doink represents how many grams there is in joints. I love it. Joints and doinks. And now if it's super done, it's a Hisnucci. The Hisnucci would be a whole gram. And then who's new cheese means there's more. There's new cheese added to the Hisnucci. There's a whole lingo that even I don't know. And it kind of creates on its own. That's the great thing about cannabis and where it evolves. We're not who people think we are. We're not lazy. We're very educated. We are very motivated. We're very creative. And as a community, we're even stronger. As a community of people together, manifesting great frequency into the world, we are unstoppable. And that's what the show is. That's what we do here. Look, I want to throw it out there that this show, and the point of this show, is to remind people, to remind you. Here, I'll take the glasses off so you know how serious I am. No. Listen, the point of this show is to remind you that you are the watcher. You are the creator. You are the everything. You are the power that you seek. You are the energy that you look for. You are the strength in the darkest of days. It's already you. It's already you. You are the eyes. You are the watcher. You are the creator. So I remind you that the frequency you put out affects and changes those around you and changes that environment. So when we're putting out a frequency of joy, of kindness, not, you don't have to be nice. If you don't want to be nice, don't be nice, but still be kind, still be understanding, and still put out an open heart, an open mind. These are small things that I ask, whether you have a lot of money or whether you have a little bit of money, you can still put kindness into the world. And if nothing else, that's enough to help change it. Look, and here's my example. Just, I walk into a room and I deal every day. I walk to doctors' offices. I'm dealing with doctors' offices, and some of them I'll walk into, and the nurses are not in great moods, not in a good mood whatsoever, because they're walking around, they're on their feet, they're dealing with patients, they're dealing with billings, they're dealing with this and that, and they got to carry urine and blood. There's a lot of things going on. Nurse is not happy. So when I get there, I come bursting in and I'm like, hey, it's good to see you. You guys are working so hard. You're doing amazing. Immediately, I am here complimenting them. I am here lifting their spirits. Just some crazy guy running in, but they know me. I run in. That's what I do. I don't take no for an answer. I bring good energy. You bring good energy, you change the energy of that room. Now they are uplifted. And I talk to them for a moment. I update. We chit chat about some of the cannabinoids and the combination and the synergistic effects. Boom, boom, bang, bang, pow, pow. And I leave. Now they're nicer to every single person they speak to. Now they're more authentic and more genuine and feeling better about life just because I came in and kicked enthusiasm up their ass. But that's what I did. And I left. But they need it too because they're working so hard. And they go unappreciated. Being a medical assistant, being a nurse, being a doctor, it's such an unappreciated job. And so when I come to talk to the doctors and I talk to them about the medical side of it and the papers that we're writing and the things we're putting out, it gets so much advancement because the doctors are now under a different understanding about cannabis, that it's not just to get high, even though you can use it that way if that's what you want. But we can also use it to fix our stomach, to regulate our blood sugar, to lose weight, to rewire the brain for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's patients. Woo! That's when we start getting exciting in the combination and using things in different ways, like making tea or eating edibles, but not edibles, eating butter that you were making with a good rosin or a good RSO. Okay, let me see. Wait. Amount of doink rep. Yeah, your energy is infectious. I never thought I'd enjoy an online smoke sesh, but you look for, thank you very much. Um, I look forward to these smoke sessions like you wouldn't believe. My energy before the show, every show lately, like I just got home and I was rushing in the door and I was eating some lovely spaghetti squash that Angie put. Angie did a great job. It was a lovely spaghetti squash with some sausage and some other lovely things in there. But I ran in, I was like, I'm eating. Thank you. I love it. Yes. And I grabbed the drinks, I grabbed everything, set the computer up. Let's get going. And in that, I came running in, but I'm sitting here and I was mentally and physically exhausted until I started the show. And as soon as I started the show, right there, I knew there was a community waiting for me that wants to talk about a little education, wants to talk about cooking, wants to talk about whatever is what this show is. So I couldn't wait to smoke. I couldn't wait to Sparkies. And I still talked for like, I don't know, 7 to 10 minutes before I did a little Sparky. Took forever. But I have another one here that I rolled. He's fantastic. Very excited. That's a combination. That's got wait. I have to remember. Mountain Hood Magic, Emerald Apricot. It's everything I've been saving from my favorites. So I took a little bit out and we rolled one. It's so crisp. It's so clean. I don't do reviews, but that is delicious. It still tastes like cotton candy. It's like the most cotton candy cream soda I've ever had, but clean. No real aftertaste, just a hint of the cotton candy, but not overpowering. At first, it was very sweet, but that is subdued. I'm afraid to tell people about this because then I'll never find it again. There is a flavor they do that's like melon, crushed melon. That's the flavor. Oh, this is the company. If you ever get a hold of crushed melon, holy free holy, probably the best soda, hands down. I'm sorry, there's nothing that competes. The best on the scale of like soda and the best. The Jones crushed melon. I don't even know if they make it anymore. This is like 20 years ago I drank it and it was flipping amazing. But oh, excuse me. It's gassy. But that really is tasty. I love that. That is so nice. But I can't drink that all the time. I think because it's so sweet. And lately I've been trying to be health conscious and take better choices. So I'm using Sweet Leaf, which is still sugar, lots of sugar. It's better than soda, I think. Who knows? At this point, we don't know what's better than anything anymore. Everything these days seems to have something hiding in it that shouldn't be there. That's why one of my missions right now is to read the labels, look at things, make sure that what I'm eating is what I'm eating. It's expensive to go organic, and I can't really go organic necessarily. So I have to go more careful. I have to go more food cautious. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. I see over here I just keep seeing the blueberry. It just keeps getting me excited. In that case, let me not dilly dally too much. Let me just loosen it. I want to show you something. When you get a hold of a joint, whether you roll it or you get it from a dispensary, first thing you want to do is you want to loosen it. Take it between your two fingers and just roll it gently. Not hard. I mean, you want to feel it. Like that's a soft spot, so I'm not going to keep rolling. That right there feels like it loosened up nicely. See, I'm just kind of moving down the joint. And the reason I'm loosening it like that is I'm creating an easy air passage. So when I'm hitting that joint, I'm getting a really good even flow of smoke, not getting blockage. And that's, you don't want blockage. And you're also going to get a better burn down the joint. So here we go. Now, a lot of times, too funny, sorry. um, but a lot of times, that was too funny. You made me forget what I was saying. But that's okay. I need to forget what I'm saying. I need to just shut the hell up and light this thing. Oh, rolling big old jointies is hard, especially like maybe when you're in a country where you don't get the availability of cannabis. And in those situations, I smoke for you. Is Snoop smoke correct? Is Snoop smoke correct? Is Snoopy be smoking? Man, he's smoking some. Snoop is a Rastafari. He is a Rastafari in everything he does. He is Snoop Lion. No, Snoop Dogg is he's smoking some crazy shit. He's smoking Willie Nelson shit. Willie Nelson. From what I hear, has some amazing weed. And I was trying to smoke with Willie. If you ever want to hear the story, I was in North Carolina, Cherokee, North Carolina, and he was doing a concert. And me and the guys, I was working at a pawn shop across the street, a 24-hour pawn shop, Cherokee, North Carolina. The name of the pawn shop was Allen's. Boom, great place, really good deals. Okay, but I was working a 24-hour shift with a couple of the guys, and we were going to go break over the fence and ask Willie if he'd smoke a joint with us. But we were bringing weed with us. I mean, it's not like we weren't going to bring something, but he probably wouldn't have smoked our shit. And we were hoping, but we didn't get past the gate. It was snowing and it was cold and frozen. And I think we got to the gate and we complained a lot, and that was about it. Yeah. that was the end of my story with smoking with Willie. But Willie Nelson, I hear, has some great weed. And Snoop Dogg. Let me see, when is the Tampa store opening? We are like so close. When I say so close, I don't know. I don't know. I know the word I've been told is we're waiting on some permits. We're waiting on the city. And if anybody knows anybody in the city, then you could have a little chitty chat with them. Let's get some shit moving. I know the hurricanes. I know there's a lot of cleanup and there's a lot of more important stuff than cannabis dispensaries, but people need good cannabis dispensaries. They need education. They need great location, especially with all the traffic in Tampa. So, yeah, here in Florida, Goldflower will be opening up a location in Tampa. Also, Miami, I've heard about. That's coming. Goldflower Cannabis and their Miami location, their Orlando location. What? Port St. Lucie? What? I'm so excited. Look, I'm like jumping out of my skin. Okay, maybe a little less jumping, a little more smoky okies. This is the combination. I'm a little worried because it's sativas. It's Emerald Apricot. It's Mount Hood Magic. And it's another one. It's a purpley strain, like dark purpley strain. So it has like dark purpley, hands and fingers that just kind of go right through it. Okay. All right. I don't know why I put my hand in front of it like there's some wind in here. There's no wind. Well, that's a hootie. Very strong. Wow. Whatever is in it, it's reacting in a certain way that's like activating my it's making me cough. Ooh, but it smells good. Maybe I just need to get used to it a little bit. My voice is bad. I was talking to so many people today, and then last weekend I was doing the Mount Dora, Florida Cannabis Festival. Thousands of people. Oh, this is too coffee. I might not. Let me try. Let me spark. Let me do more. If not, then let me bust out the Puffco Proxy. And I can talk about this thing like all night long. It's my favorite. And it comes down to concentrates. We'll get to that in a moment. Let me just try this again. Let me just take a little drink, clear my throat. Maybe it's me. Oh, what is that device? Oh, you're going to love it. If you have never seen the Puffco Proxy, they don't pay me in any way, by the way. I just love them. I love a good device. It is so hard, but it's expensive. That is the downside. There's pros and there's cons. So if you do dabs, I don't do dabs. I don't do high heat dabs. I do very low heat. And I do more of like sipping like a fine wine as opposed to, I don't do that. I want my body to assimilate it differently. Wait. Let's try this again. Wow. It's like spicy. I taste like allspice and cloves and like a deep, it's not bad. Almost like, what were those cigarettes called? They weren't cigarettes. They were like cloves. You were smoking cloves and it had this, it's almost like that's what I'm smoking right now. That might be a little too harsh for me. Whoa, that is insane. Let me put this down for a moment. Only because I'm finding it very, and very, very strong. Yes, maybe a little bit harsh. Maybe it's the combination of what I rolled in there brought so many different flavors that it's like it's an overpowering of terpenes. I think if I would have kept it separate in the joint, like the front part, roll it as Mount Hood Magic, the center part, put the emerald apricot, the third part, put the orange bowl. But instead, I just mixed them all together, which mixes all the flavors and all that aroma and all that terp together. Okay, let's talk about the proxy. So, is it proxy? And this one's dirty. We are super dirty right now. Um, so the Puffco proxy is there's a peak, which looks like a little volcano thing. And then you got the proxy. So the proxy, this is the chamber. Simple. Ooh, you'll see it's dirty. That is the waste of, and so that's the waste resin that you're not going to smoke. And yeah, it still smells good, but it collects in the bottom right over here. So you put that back in with the hole facing this way, or maybe off to the side a little bit so you don't get as much of a direct hit. And it has a chamber, a ceramic chamber. Here we go. It's at least the chamber's clean. And I like to smoke shatter, batter, more batter, crumbles, my faves. I like crumble. I like sugar crumble or sugar on its own, diamonds, diamonds and crumble or diamonds and sugar or diamonds and sauce. I enjoy hash. I really, really, really do. So hashish or hash, early press hash, blonde hash. So what I have here, I got it the other day, Space Coast cannabis through Goldflower Cannabis. It's one of their brands. Um, it's a live rosin, but it's special. Now the aroma is stronger than the initial smoke. When you first smoke it, in the first hit you take, it's not overly terpene, but it grows and it builds and it changes and it's really nice. So this is the stuff that they call it batter, but that's kind of the stuff that they would press and to get even a finer batter out of, like say something like this. Let me just, what is this? Okay. Ooh. Oh, this is what we're smoking right now. It's just, it smells delicious. So that's a little bit finer batter. And that's probably what we're going to be smoking right now, only because that smells great. And that's a great lesson to learn about cannabis. If it doesn't smell amazing to you, don't smoke it. Like that means your body's not looking for that right now. It may be something that you enjoy. It may be something you smoke on a regular basis. Like me, I love Blue Dream. I love Pineapple Express. I love those regulars for a regular smoke. But sometimes I'll smell a Pineapple Express and no. I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell like, oh, smoke me. Instead, it's like, it's okay. It's okay. But I don't smoke it. Like just now, that the big hootie of the combination just didn't appeal to me right now. It kind of it didn't throw me off, but it started changing my entourage effect. So knowing that, I stopped it and I put it out. That's the best thing. Is there a smaller device that's quality for using the butter? If you're talking about making butter or making your own butter, because there's butter machines. Let me just put it right over here. So if you're talking about making butter from flour using a machine, uh, are there smaller devices? The Magic Butter Machine, I think, is like one of the most genius tools. I put the wrong top on the wrong thing. I was going to get really confused about that. If you're talking about making butter, or if you want an easy way of making butter, only because, look, to do it from flour, you're going to use a lot of flour. And you want to let that break down and be able to separate and strain out the oil and and combine it into this. I like to make an easy butter. I go and get a good rosin batter, sorry, instead of proxy. Okay. Well, then I'm just going to shut up here and tell you about the batter and the proxy. Is there a smaller device? Yes, there's the Seahorse by Luca. Luca makes different devices. Puffco, Luca. I may even have one around here somewhere. Wouldn't that be cool? Just reach over and be like, yeah, they make a smaller device. shine over here. Dun, dun, dun. I've got so many devices all over the place, but I have to put them away. I can't just leave them out. The only things I leave out are really nice glass pieces that I consider more art than smokable. And I've never smoked out of them. They sit on the mantle as art because they're exquisite pieces that I would never smoke out of because of the art and craftsmanship that went into it. But batter. So this batter right here, I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to grab. My eyes are bad. Hold on. Ooh, interesting. It's okay. So it looks like a lot, and it's not though. It's kind of flaky right now and dry, which I'm wondering how that's going to break down in the pipe. That's weird. Why is it so dry? Maybe because I was not keeping it in a. So you see how much I put in there, and I'm just gonna close this. Oh, okay. So when it buzzes again, it will be ready to smoke. Maybe I should have let it sit out longer. Well, no, I think it's fine. So the reason I like concentrates, when you're getting older, you need a higher concentration of cannabinoids and THC in the body. But this is a low heat, and I'm not dealing with butane contamination. I'm not dealing with anything. Instead, I'm dealing with just, oh, it buzzed. That means it's ready. Wow, that's a hold on. I don't know what I'm smoking. That is so good. But we're gonna look. You don't have to hold it in. Just, but you see, there's no cough there because of how smooth of a product that was, how clean that was, how delicious. Let me just look and see what I got left. Oh wow, that really burns up in the banger. The banger, the banger is the bowl where you put your product inside of. And I don't want to turn it too much, but I'll show you. So the stuff that you should not smoke, that doesn't, so if it doesn't pull in the back, like I showed you where that product was, look at that. See how dark? But that right there is what's left over in the bowl, and that you don't want to smoke. So that was good. That stuff, whatever I had, was good. Oh, that must be full melt. That's why it looked kind of sandy, because that's hashish. That's a 90U or more full melt hash. That's why that smells. Wow. That's why it hit me like that. Oh, that was incredible. Hold on, let's see what that is. We might have to do more of that. Okay. So it's roll-ups, delicious. Roll-ups is a sativa from Goldflower, of course. Everything Goldflower. It's hard not to smoke Goldflower. Everything else is, I'm spoiled. And so you smoke everything else and you can tell it's just not quite the same. And it's missing that just deliciousness, especially the rosin, the vapable rosins, the 510 rosins, the disposables, and the full melt hash, the batter. That was delicious. So that's roll ups. Full melt. Let me just. Dun, dun, dun. 6-star full melt. And that is just crazy delicious. That's a sativa. As soon as I took a hit of that, I started laughing. I mean, I could feel it immediately just go, whoomp. Hey, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. But that's what I felt. And my brain just woke up entirely. Wow. That one hit was just delish. Okay. I just cleaned it out. I showed you what was left. Full melt, you can only take one hit or one session. So what I had just experienced was one session with a 6-star full melt, what I just smoked. That's one session only. The batter Or the jam. I think this is batter. This is batter. Oh, this smells very nice. A little cheesy. Oh, very good. Okay. And I'll let you know what it is in a second. And there's not much left in here. So I'm just going to pick it all up. And this is batter. So the consistency is a little different, almost like a peanut butter. Like a peanut butter. And not just any peanut butter, but a nice, like an almond butter. Or there's not a lot. It's a small hit. But that's really all I need, because after that 6-star full melt was just delicious. And that's a small hit. It's gonna be really easy. Let me see. So this device works similarly to a bong, but instead of dried hemp, you're using this batter. This is my thinking correct? Well, yes. Instead of using flour. Now you can get attachments where you use flour or you vaporize in the flour. But I'm very funny about vaporizing flour. I've never been able to get the flavor right. I've never gotten the efficacy or the entourage that I've looked for with vaping flower or cannabis, bud, whatever you want to call it. When you vape the bud in various of different devices, it tastes like popcorn, burnt popcorn. And you can never get a good hard hit out of it if you really need one. Really, it's just about sipping it. And sipping it is fine. So vaporizing it may be for some people, but then you're wasting so much of the plant. I mean, granted, you smoke a joint and you're burning that joint and you're burning the cannabinoids. So when you're vaping it, you're going to get more bioavailability. You're going to get more of those cannabinoids coming into the body. So yes, of course, vaping it is going to be easier and more gentle on your body. No butane contamination, no carcinogens, or very little carcinogens. A joint, okay. I keep it easy, but vaping devices are expensive. This is different. This is for concentrates. So instead of just flour, imagine what I have in here would be equivalency to a joint, or the efficacy of what a joint would do to me. Half a joint. Like a good joint. Like if you're smoking a good joint, like you saw, I took one hit of the 6-star hashish or hash, full melt, and boom, it hit me. But I'm not high. Like, I've been smoking my whole life. And when I say I'm not high, I mean, I feel happy. I feel pain free. My legs aren't hurting. My ass isn't hurting right now. I was driving all day. That's why my ass would be hurting. And this shitty seat that I'm sitting on. And I complained about this shitty seat last week, but there's a giant pillow I'm sitting on. So I'm sitting on a giant poofy pillow for my tender ass that I'm not complaining about right now because it doesn't hurt. My lower back would be on fire. I'm fine. It doesn't hurt. And because of all those things, I'm happy. I feel good. Don't be afraid to feel good. A lot of people get into cannabis and they're like, but I feel too good. I shouldn't feel that good. And I tell them, don't be afraid. You're afraid and you're bringing fear into it. And that's what you're going to amplify. That's what you're going to think about. That's what you're going to manifest because that's what you believe. And if you believe it, you will create that. So I think getting into cannabis like that, it's mindset. You can fight. When I was first starting in the medical program and I was talking to patients, I had this one gentleman, older cat. I'm telling you, cannabis is going to do nothing for me. I've been trying it 6 months. 6 months, I'm telling you. The guy says you take these vapes and you smoke the vapes. So I'm taking it and I'm smoking it. And I'm so high. I'm so high. I'm telling you, it's like there's smoke coming out of my ears. I can feel it. I mean, does it happen? Does that happen to people? Does it happen to people? And I was like, look, it's how you feel. He goes, no, I was told my whole life it's terrible. I was told my whole life it's so bad. You see, he's bringing that stigma. He's bringing that mood. He's bringing that attitude. All of it. It took me 2 months of talking to this guy, not selling him any product, nothing. He would call every other day. I have more questions. Look, my son brought me this stuff. Should I take it? What should I do? What am I going to do? And I'm like, your son brought you what from where? What is going on over there? So, long story short, the guy ordered from the company I was working for. I walked him through it. We got him on a proper regimen. He was doing small amounts of tinctures. That's it. We stopped everything else. And in the mornings, we got him a beautiful sativa tincture, which helped with his nerve and bone pain. The sativa tincture also cleared up his mind, got him more active. Boom. That was the first step. That's what he needed. I had another young lady, 98 years old, needed to sleep. That was it. She's been dreaming of sleeping. And because she was not getting sleep, she's going into psychosis, and because she was taking care of her husband and taking care of herself. And she got to a point where they were taking her off of heavy medications, and her body was in shock. So cannabis we used to help the progression of coming off of heavy prescription medications, heavy pain medications that she had been on for like 25 years. So cannabis helped that transition. And then we used cannabis to help her sleep. And what we found out that was keeping her awake was restless leg. What was keeping her awake was her legs burning, and the stress that she was dealing with and the cortisol that she was producing. Look, we used quick, simple remedies to help the main problems. She got sleep, and that started solving 100 different issues. Before I get too fucking serious, let me boom boom. Oh. No! I gotta charge it. Wait, let me try it again. Maybe I just did it too many times. Okay, it's warming up. Whew. I was a little afraid, like it was gonna be out. So right now we're trying what are we trying? The Jai Ali, High Ali, which is actually a Heisman 34 Ricky Williams brand at Goldflower. I know, I love Goldflower. But once you smoke good weed, you will love them too. I just tell you. Okay, it buzzed. And this is the batter. And remember, I'm sipping almost like, ooh, that is delicious. Citrus, tangerine, piney. Oh, wow. The flavors are what it's all about to me. When I'm breaking up flour, it's those initial aromas that let me know if that's what my body's looking for. Citrusy, tangerine, piney, hints of lemon and basil. That right there, the High Ali, wow, that's a batter. Very nice. Now, normally with the batter, if I put enough in there, I can get a couple sessions out of it. And but it looks like it might be too dark. So while it's still warm, I take a Q-tip. That's why I like the Proxy. It's simple, it's discreet. Nobody really smells it. Well, if you're smoking a pretty fire-ass batter, they're gonna smell it. So I just rub it around the inside, and voila, it is clean. I have done so much work here. Wait, I may take the other end and just. Okay. You know what I haven't talked about tonight? 11/11, which is tomorrow. Or for those of you in Poland, it is today. So I feel terrible because I haven't said a freaking thing. So let me pull up my notes. Let's get serious just for a moment. Here we go. Okay. So 11/11. I was born at 11/11 on the 13th of December, but I was born at the time 11/11, and crows covered the top of the hospital and the sidewalks and the streets and the which is so wild. Yes, you do have Independence Day. So today is Polish Independence Day. So Poland, cheers to you and your happy independence on 11/11. Mm, that's pretty awesome. And it's pretty awesome that you can be here from Poland and having a smoke sesh with us. And even though you may not be smoking, you're smoking metaphorically, you're smoking metaphysically, you are smoking through me, and I'm smoking through you. And that is crossing boundaries like we can never do before. So I think that's pretty cool. Polska Grom. Polska, what is that? Am I saying something bad? Wait, is that a bad word? Oh, that's right. No, he said that's right. Okay. So I saw Polska Grom. Look, I can talk like a European. I could pull it off if I need to. Just throwing. I've got so much ancestry coming from that region. So today in Poland, it's 11/11. But here in the States, we are approaching a day tomorrow so powerful. The whole world, 11/11. The way this day comes together, look, it's a gateway. It's a portal for manifesting desires. Look, the number 11 represents alignment, intuition, and spiritual awakening. It's considered a day for focus on future, not future beliefs, not wants, not needs, future belief. You believe it, period. That's the magic. So the energy that you want to bring into your life, you manifest tomorrow. And for some of you today, when I don't say some of you today, you already understand that I'm saying you. I'm thinking of you. Let me see. I see Polska Grom means Poland on top. Well, there you go. That's fantastic. Let me see. No, I think tomorrow or today, it's intentional creation. It's an opportunity to manifest during the day, during your conscious. I do want to mention that in a moment, because when I say manifestation, creating your day, creating your beliefs, your internal need of needs without needing it, without wanting it, without really asking, but just believing it and knowing it already to be true and acting as such, that is manifesting. So it's most powerful tomorrow, today, for those of you in Poland. And it is most available to be pointed in the direction of anything that you ask. You just have to believe. If you are asking it from in here, the universe, for more funding, more money, more paycheck, more health, more food, more housing, more freedom, more power, that's what you ask. And you can ask during the day because it's listening. During the day, manifestation is very difficult. In your conscious world, it is very difficult to manifest because you have the past talking to you all the time, and you have the future talking to you all the time. But you have to let it go. Push them away, push them out, take them and put them on the imaginary table. And don't forget about them, but don't look at them, don't see them. Don't let it evolve, revolve, and be the life that you're living. Don't let it be in every part of your life. It's over there on the imaginary table. Don't think about it. There is no future. There is no past. There's right now. And in that right now, you hear that silence. You hear that everything comes together. I think what gets exciting is the creation of your reality. You can't manifest during the day usually because of that chatter of the past, of your thoughts of your past, of who I should be, why I should be, what I'm going to be, where I'm going to go. And then the future, why I'm going there, what I'm going to create, how I'm going to create it. Stop. Stop. It's too much. You're perfect. You're amazing. You are powerful. Don't think anything differently of yourself, and don't ever believe anything differently of yourself, because if you believe differently, that is what you create. If you believe dark and down and nothing's ever going to change and that's what's going to happen, the things we want and need, they fight us. Because if I want it and need it, I will never get it, no matter how hard I try. And I will work. I needed money. I needed and wanted money in part of my life so badly. I needed it. I wanted it. I thought about it. It was just money, money. I needed money. I ended up working 3 jobs. I was killing myself. I was aging myself. 3 jobs. And I made no money. I worked harder for it and I made no money. I did overtime. I got paid extra. There was no extra money. The way the yin and the yang of the universe worked, it just took it all away. The second I had breathing room, it took it away. What I begged for, I wanted it so bad. I needed it. And I never got it. No matter how hard I wanted, and no matter how hard I needed, it was always out of reach. No matter how many jobs, how many great deals, how many commissions, how many things, doesn't matter. I was chasing it and it was running away. Life is yin and yang. Life is dualistic. It's good, it's bad, it's everything at the same time. And I have a theory of us living in multiple realities right now, of course. And we are bouncing within those realities. And I'm not going to even get into that tonight because I may talk about that in the next show. Again, I know I've spoken about it before, but there's been some crazy shit happening and some bouncing realities, I feel like 2 months ago, some weird shift happened. Not going to talk about it right now. But within those bouncing realities, we are living. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. Let's keep moving. Um, so 11/11 tomorrow, today, it's our beliefs shape reality. Our beliefs act like the filters that influence how we perceive and interact with the world. That's why we are the eye, we are the watcher, we are the creator. Both consciousness and subconsciousness belief. So they're both working together tomorrow. The rest of the year, they're not working together. On 11/11, the subconscious and the conscious mind work together. That's powerful enough for manifestation. Because normally, again, you can't think because too much is coming at you all the time. And you're thinking about all these different things during the day. But when you're going to sleep, and as you're going to sleep, you are now entering into the subconscious. And as you enter into the subconscious, you can now set your mind into belief. You can set your mind into scenario. You can not just play it out, but actually live it, which you do this the same way every night for like 3 to 4 nights. And then expect nothing. Think nothing. What you look for, what your heart believes in could happen in a day, could happen in a week, could happen in a month, can happen in a year, but it's not okay. So that's not it though. By doing that, you are opening up yourself to a frequency and a vibration that is something so much bigger than us, so much bigger than manifesting, so much bigger because now you're opening yourself up to so much and you need to be available. You need to be ready for it. You need to be available mentally, physically, like open your mind and be ready for things like that. I think, look, the conscious mind is what we're aware of. Our subconscious holds deep ingrained beliefs that drive our physical actions. So the subconscious is actually what rules our conscious self. That's fire. That's, I think true manifestation isn't about wanting or needing. It's about believing so deeply that the subconscious aligns with the conscious desire. That way it becomes physical. So it's thought into emotion, into physical action without us even thinking about it. And we're opening ourselves up to these things. So when you're asking the universe for money, it doesn't know an amount. It doesn't know millions or billions or trillions or $1 or $2 or 20. It doesn't know. It just knows by the there's a fly coming around me. It's driving me crazy. But it only knows by the amount of belief you have in it and the amount of true, authentic belief of why. Not needing, not wanting, but that universal belief, believing in something so much, living it so much like it's already going on. Okay. So it's maybe belief is the magic trick. Yes, it empowers manifestation. It empowers it. Tomorrow or today, for those of you in Poland, start doing this. Start thinking, start manifesting, not needing, not wanting, believing. I think it empowers. I mean, we believe it would bring ideas to life by projecting them onto reality. We bring our ideas to life in the belief of when we're projecting in our subconscious. The subconscious and the conscious worlds, again, they're colliding right now. They're coming together in such energetic ways. So I think, the stronger the belief, the more likely it is that the subconscious, again, will align and start filtering in reality to support that belief. If you believe it, your mind has to make it so. Your body has to make it so. Your reality has to make it so. I hope you're hearing what I'm saying. Your mind and body must align with your belief. If you believe in it enough, and if you see it enough, if it's all about you, then the mind is like, shit, that's what reality is. We must alter reality. It's that simple. It's not complicated. It's that simple. I love simplicity. I love the simplicity of life. I love getting high and talking simplicity of life. And I may have to sparky that strong joint again because, wait, was it? No, did I clean it out? I don't even know. I cleaned it out. And wait, I guess it still has power because it didn't say it wasn't working. We just put that there. Okay. So I think aligning the subconscious and conscious for manifestation is where we begin for the whole year. This tomorrow or today, for some of you, today, tomorrow, is a starting point. And it's don't put so much energy into it in the sense that I have to manifest something or I have to do something. You don't have to do shit. You don't have to do anything at all. All you have to do is be amazing. All you have to do is believe in yourself. All you have to do is love yourself. And that's the beginning. That sends out a frequency that changes the room. When the room changes larger areas, changes cities or towns change cities and towns and states and the world. We spread our frequency that simple. So it starts with you. It starts with you loving you trusting yourself, you not giving a shit what anybody thinks because it doesn't matter what they think. They don't know what they're even thinking. They're not judging you. They're judging themselves. They're not looking at you. They're looking at themselves. They're not thinking even about you. When you pass somebody on the street, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, they might be thinking about you or looking at you or something. and then you flutter out of their mind. I think one of the greatest travesties in the world is that nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody cares about you but you and the energy you create around you. And that cares about you. Family, friends, they don't have a choice. They have to. But as cannabis, we're deeper. We care about each other, not just you being cannabis. We all have an endocannabinoid system. We all have an endocannabinoid system that is regulating and bringing homeostasis as a whole to the body. And when it's out of whack, it throws the body out of whack. As a community, when we are out of whack, we're throwing ourselves worldwide out of whack. So us, even as a community, whether you smoke, whether you don't, doesn't matter. You still have an endocannabinoid system. And this is what we need. More community, more people, more authentic voices just talking. Don't give a shit what anybody thinks. Only you really matter. And those thoughts that you have, don't let them be the thoughts of somebody else. Let them be your power. Let them be your amazement. Look, I'm proud of you already. I'm proud of everybody because the whole world is going through some crazy shit. The whole world is going through crazy shit right now. I mean, crazy. I I don't want to get serious and I don't want to get too deep into what people might be dealing with in different parts of the world, but I feel for you all and my heart goes out to everyone. I hope you find the strength every single day to get through some shit. And for those of you, I hope you find good weed. I know it's a silly thing to hope, but if you need it, I hope you find it and you can manifest that shit. Oh, don't think you can't. Look, early manifestation for me. Let's be honest. Hold on. I'll tell you. Mm. There was this movie um, where these people go, I think, to Jamaica, and they go on a cruise or jet skiing, and Rick Moranis. Okay, all right. I was afraid I couldn't remember his name. So Rick Moranis, he was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, if that helps for reference. He was the scientist dude. So, anyways, earlier on in his career, he was a party goer uh, with his boss, and they I think they turned to him, and they were like, "Hey, we're in Jamaica. Go get us some weed." And he was like, "Okay, I'll go get you some weed." So the whole movie now becomes Rick. I mean, in the background, there's other things going on in the foreground of the movie, but in the background of the movie, you got Rick Moranis over here going through the jungles of Jamaica, trying to find weed for this party, and he gets to smoke circles and this and that. So you're seeing kind of the subculture behind it. I can't remember the name of the movie. It will pop to me at some point. Also, the other guy is in it. Yeah, that helps. That really narrows it down. He was in Schitt's Creek. Older dude, dark hair, funny. Don't know his name, but he's in Schitt's Creek, which is a show that's quite funny to watch. He's the older gentleman running the hotel. And anyways, he's in it as well, I believe, as a very young man. Obviously, this movie is from many, many, many moons ago. But Rick Moranis, super long time ago. So, anyways, at the end of the movie, he's in this, or maybe in the middle of the movie, he's in this fire pit area. All the Rastafari are sitting around the fire, and they're all smoking this really big joint. And they keep passing it over him so he doesn't get it. And he's like, so how'd you get it? And they're like, yeah, man, we ask Jah for ganja. We love it. And so the guy's singing and he passes on the joint. See, if weed is good, that shit'll make you sing too. So, anyways, passes on the joint, they're passing it around, and he's like, so what, do you guys buy it? He goes, no man, no man. Jah bring the ganja to us. Jah, I'm sorry about my terrible Jamaican accent. I really apologize. I'm throwing that out there because it's terrible. Okay, that being said, so Rick Moranis is like, so how do I get weed? Yeah, man, it will come to you. You ask Jah for weed, it will come to you. And so I think Yes, this was towards the end of the movie. So, sorry, spoiler alert. I apologize. If you find out what movie I'm talking about, then there you go. You've seen it in a sense. A terrible interpretation of it. But the end of the movie, I want to say the Schitt's Creek guy, they're escaping in a plane, and he ended up getting a hold of an enormous bag of weed. And I think they had to throw it out of the plane to get rid of it. So, anyways, down below is Rick Moranis in this circle. Now finally he's smoking, he's high, and he's dancing. He's like, "Yes, just send me the weed." And all of a sudden, this big giant bag of weed comes down and lands right. And he's like, "What?" And now keep in mind, the ironic part of this is that it's now pretty much the end of the vacation, and he's got this giant bag of weed, and what is he going to do with it? So, so he ended up, I think he tied it, and he ended up in the movie. You see him swimming using the bag as a flotation device, but he's swimming back to towards America with this bag of weed. He won't let it go. He won't let it go. Um, and I think that was the end of that movie, and I butchered it, and I probably mixed it with other movies. And if I haven't, then that's a great movie we need to remake. Um, just a great movie, anyways. Just there are cannabis movies that are lost in time. They are lost through the generations of other movies, remaking movies, originals. This is the full melt. This is the one that gave me the kick. This is Roll Ups, a sativa. I'm going to smoke this and that's it. Then I'm going to call because it's Sunday. I've got to get ready for tomorrow. And again, we're still talking about manifestation. Remember, today, tomorrow, for some of you, take those desires, take those beliefs. Now is the time to put it in the universe so that you're getting something back. I think you want to sync with others. This is a big one. So individually, we're very strong, but in a group, we are super powerful. So I'm just going to throw that out there. If you're going to be manifesting as a family, as a group, as a church, as a community, the things that you are manifesting for, wow, wow, how those things come together. And you may think, even if you don't believe me, tomorrow's the day to try it. And for those of you in Poland, again, happy Poland, happy celebration, happy independence today. And going into tonight, when you go to sleep, reaffirm that daytime manifestation. Reaffirm it with belief. Reaffirm it with living it in your dream as though you were already living it in the scenarios and walk it through by seeing it and feeling it. The brain has to compensate. The body has to compensate. The reality must compensate. It's wild. It's wild. Okay, let me just get some of this full melt. And then keep in mind, I don't smoke like this all the time. No, no, I mean just for the show. No, and it's true actually. I didn't smoke all day today. Um all day. Didn't smoke. I was doing the event in Bradenton, and I've got to tell you, I was feeling the drive home. I was feeling pretty tired, but I was really looking forward to a good smoky smoke. I was really looking forward to a little bit of good sativa, and so that's why I was really excited to get to the show tonight and smoke up some concentrates. So if you're thinking I'm smoking like this all the time, no, not all the time. But I don't drink alcohol. I do make my own honey wine. Woo, a selector of the gods. If you're gonna drink, you drink right. Don't drink bullshit. You drink fucking honey. Honey is amazing. It's magical. What it does to your body, it does to your stomach, does to look, just so you know, I don't like to talk about my age, but I'm turning 50 in December. 50. Me. It's a lot that I have to get mentally wrapped around. But cannabis has kept me young. Not cannabis on its own, but the combination. And that's what we need to get excited about again. Not just smoking a joint, but smoking a joint and no more fast food. I love French fries. Oh, I dream about French fries. They're so bad. They're worse than smoking cigarettes, I hear. And I quit smoking cigarettes, but I love French fries. So I eat less. I don't eat as many of them. Actually, I don't eat French fries really anymore. Once in a blue moon, if it's an amazing, I mean, I may taste a French fry and be like, eh, it's not amazing. I need amazing. If it's not amazing, I don't want it. And that's how I've kind of become. So it's really weird. Like I'm in a family that is mostly meat eaters. And lately I've become a pescatarian, fish. Well, a pescatarian. So fish that eat other fish. I like saying it, but crab, shrimp, lobster, all of these fish fall within the fish. I mean, the crustaceans, but still it doesn't matter. Fish that eat other fish. Shark, but shark is not even a fish. Shark is a fucking shark. Shark has been around since the beginning of sharky times, even before trees. Sharks have been around even before trees. That's a smart, not really even evolving. I mean, it's just gotten smaller. And there are some enormous sharks still out there. I think maybe because they don't have as much prey as they once had. And they've had to evolve to a smaller frame and body. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just loaded this. I don't know if you can see. It was, this is some of the full melt, 6-star full melt hash. And it's, I'm very excited about it. It's roll ups, it's a sativa, and even in the evening right now. So for me, I'm here in Florida, and it is 9:47 at night. So not terribly dark, but it seems crazy dark outside ever since the time change. And I feel like this recent time change has brought about since the time change, I feel like energies have been off. I feel like the mood and the momentum, everything has been off just a little bit. I try wearing the glasses because it's bright, but then it's making me sweat so that the glasses are drooping off of my face. So then I'm going to be dealing with this. So it's glasses or no glasses because this way it's still bright, damn it. And then I have to lift them back up. Anyways, for us, it's 4 a.m. And then in Poland, wow, that's early. But, early rise in Poland. So, tomorrow's Monday or today's Monday for you. And it's a special Monday. So right now, 4 a.m., which is amazing. You are at the start of your day. And what's amazing, it's Monday is not the beginning of the week. Sunday is the beginning of the week. A lot of times we have a mental image of how we look at Monday. Like, oh, it's Monday. Oh, we got to go back to work. Oh, we got to do this. You don't have to do shit. It's Monday. You're beginning the fucking adventure. You are beginning the journey and the adventure. Everything I do is an adventure. Everything I do is a journey. And I love it. Everything. I'm enjoying it. I'm finding new enthusiasm authentically for everything life is bringing to me. That to me is one of the most important things that you've got to try. Let go of the shit around you. Don't forget about it. Let go. Let go of the past. You can't change it. Let go. Not saying don't think about it. You need to do some shit about the past sometimes. Sure, whatever. But don't think about it all the time. Don't let it be manifested into your present, into your now. Let go. Stop planning so much for the future. Stop thinking about what has not happened. Time, I'm always telling you, time is like a river. Time is, you look at yourself in a boat on this river, and if you go really fast in this boat, you're going to speed up time. You go backwards really fast, and you're going to slow time down. You might even stop time. Like the boat, you'll stop it, but you have to keep going. It requires an incredible amount of energy, an incredible amount of force, but you can do it. And if you apply insane amounts of force, you can go backwards against the force of the river, going back in time. So when we understand that concept of time, and it takes a while for it to sink in, for you to see it in your reality, for you to see it in your actions, you see that time is neither here nor there. It is now. The past is now. The future is now. The present is now. It's all now. And you are super, hyper realistically experiencing it and creating it and changing it. 4 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning. Yes. You are, look, you can get ready, you can shower, you can eat. Shit, you've already done most of the things that you need to do in your day. Now it's all about you. It's all about the sunrise. If you have a good place to see the sunrise, if you have the good opportunity while driving or taking the subway or walking to work or riding your bike, if you see that sunrise today and it's in any way beautiful, which it is every day, if you see it, stop just for a second and breathe that in, because you will never experience that moment again. You will never see those colors exactly like that again. You will never experience the emotion, the love, the energy, the electric of that ever again. So breathe it in, take it in, soak it into your soul, and use that as everything you do. Don't let anybody doubt you. Don't let them judge you, because don't think about it. Who gives a shit? I don't care what anybody thinks of me at all. I don't care if you like me. You will either like me or you will love me, or you'll hate me or you'll love me. There's like a fine line there. I don't care. I just want to be a friend. I mean no ill will against you. Some people are going to like me, some people are not. I don't care. I can't make everybody happy. And that's okay. It's like sorry, not sorry. I learned a long time ago to not let it consume me. I learned a long time ago I can't please everyone, but I can create joy and kindness in the frequency around me. My son's calling. Wait. I should answer. I'm sorry. We're going to answer really quickly. Gideon, you're on speaker. I'm on the show. What's happening?
I'm off work.
What does that mean?
I have no rides. I'm stuck at Taco Bell with no home.
Wait. You're gonna have to wait till. Wait a second. You're making me feel terrible. It's okay. I'm coming up to the 2 hour mark where the show's gonna be over. I've got to end it.
I just asked to go for a number. I feel horrible now. I just got rejected.
What happened? What?
This girl in Taco Bell kept looking at me multiple times over and over, like looking me up and down, side to side. And then I go over her and say, "Hey, you seem pretty interesting, pretty cute." But I asked her to get your number. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got a boyfriend." I'm like, "Wow." Okay.
It happens, but you know something? You tried.
Yeah, but
But it's okay.
the same energy and look at me multiple times and say they have a boyfriend. Like, really?
Yeah, but maybe they don't, and maybe they do. But they're still looking at you, and take that energy, enjoy it, and then later on down the line, try again. Or at least know you tried and move on.
Yeah.
That right there,
I
at
don't
least you
care.
tried. That's my son, by the way. Mm.
I don't really care. I got nothing to lose on it, so it's fine.
He's got nothing to lose. You hear that? What's that?
I'm gonna be waiting over here at Taco Bell, so.
Get comfortable.
How long is it gonna take for you to get over here?
What is it with you? What? Why am I your transportation? Okay. Listen, get comfy. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna finish my show. You get comfy. I'm gonna finish the show. All right. Bye. Okay, that was my son. And he's stuck at Taco Bell right now. He's just gotten off of work. It's a new job. He's learning to be a cook at a seafood restaurant in one of the small towns that surround where we live. I'm I feel so bad because I don't feel like I should. I can really go drive to pick him up. It's kind of a dilemma. So I'm going to go splash some very cold water on my face and see how I feel. But I think I feel pretty good. Actually, no, I think I'm gonna go wake up Angie and beg her to go pick him up. But that's mean. I can't do that. That's so mean. It's all right. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll call somebody. Ooh, I'll call him an Uber. Perfect. Done. I feel so much better. That solves everything. Oh, wait. I'll see if he can call an Uber. Wait, that's too much work right now. I'll wait till the show's over. And that being said, everybody, thank you for joining me and my crazy adventures that I go through. I have many kids, so I'm surprised I've only heard from one of them. And normally I don't hear from them, so I was just nervous. But that being said, Natanas, congratulations on Poland and Diros and Natanas. Polska Grom. And manifest, create your day, and bring kindness to everybody. You don't have to be nice. You don't have to be a pushover. Bring kindness. That's it. Just bring kindness to every conversation, every situation. Remember, everybody is going through some crazy shit. Everybody. To a different degree, in a different way. And everybody's translating it however they can. So go easy on each other. Go easy. We are all here for each other, whether we know it or not sometimes. And that's it. That's highly motivated. That's what we're talking about tonight. That's what we've spoken about on the Sunday Smoke Sesh. Thank you, everyone, for joining me and some very delicious things that we have tried. In that, next will be on what day is it today? Today's Sunday? I'm pretty sure it's Sunday. Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday for a Wednesday Smoke Sesh. And look, we might talk about something serious. We might not. We might get in depth into the annals of history. The annals. The annals. The annals. Is it the annals or the annals of history? See, towards the end, I just get completely goofy. You're all amazing. You're all powerful. Live life to the fullest. Take every adventure. Take every journey. Create your day as such. Don't let anybody choose it for you. Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anybody decide your mood. And don't lessen your energy for anyone. Don't wear a mask for the boss, for the husband or wife, for the kids, for the PTO, for the principal, for the gas station guy, for the blah, blah, blah. Don't wear a mask for anybody. Be you. Be powerful. Love it. That's really it. There's so much more, but that's it. That's it. I could talk forever and a day. Be everything. That's it. Be everything. Because you are already everything. We'll see you all again. Wednesday. Wednesday Smoke Sesh. We might talk about some serious shit. We might get very serious. Or I'm going to forget between now and then what I was thinking of talking about, and we won't get serious at all. And there you go. Thank you for joining us. Share, like, comment. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. Press a button somewhere and make sure it's a good one. I will see you all next time. Wednesday, 8 o'clock, same channels. Be amazing till then. Be awesome. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye.